Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you are having a fabulous Thursday. My name is Talisha and I'm also known as CreativiTeeByT, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I will be sharing everything that I made in the month of September. I have a lot to share with you. I hope you enjoy it, and make sure you click the like button if you do. And also leave a comment along the way so that we can have a conversation. And like I said, I have a lot to share with you, so I'll go ahead and jump right on in. So for the first garment that I made this cherry jumpsuit right here, and I know you can't really see it because I'm so close to the camera, so I will insert pictures and clips, but I made this cherry jumpsuit as my final garment for my Fruity Fashion Collection series that was featured in the grand finale of the Fruity Fashion Collection. I used McCall's 8209 to make this, and I thought it would be perfect because with this being made right at the end of September, it has the coverage to wear as a transitional piece in the fall. And I definitely wanted to make sure that I could wear this for a while. I didn't want to make something at the end of September that was geared more towards summer because I want to get the most wear out of it as possible. And what I really liked about this garment is that it really showcases the large cherry prints that is on this fabric that I purchased from House of Mami Wata. And so that, like I said, is another reason why I picked this pattern. The legs are wide, it doesn't have a lot of busyness like pleats and things going on, so it just really helps to showcase the print. So I definitely feel that this pattern served its purpose. So this pattern features princess seams, and I love how the sleeves has an elastic casing to give that ruching effect. But the detail that was most surprising about this garment was the fit. I made a size 18 wide, and it fit like a glove once I took in about 1.5 to 2 inches in the back. And I think that the fit was good because I made a wide size pattern, and that was my first time making something that was considered wide. So I'm thinking that when the pattern pieces are made with wide sizes, they're probably scaled differently, and that's why it fits so good, because I must have needed it. So now that I have worn this garment a couple of times, I still feel like it is a very nice piece. It's very comfortable. I do feel, however, that my chest is exposed a little bit too much. I would prefer a little less chest showing, and it actually looks like there's more chest showing on me than it is on the pattern cover. So yeah, not really sure why, but if I really wanted to fix that, I could wear a cardigan. However, I don't really prefer to wear a cardigan with this because the sleeves are poofy, and that is a feature on this garment that I would want to be seen. So I guess, it is what it is, and I'll just have to deal with it. But that is something that I do not prefer about how it turned out. But all in all, it's very nice. It's a nice garment, and the pattern was very easy to work with, minus the little issue that I had with the construction of the sleeve area where the elastic kind of stopped. There was a little issue with that. But if you would like to learn more about that issue, I'll put a card up above and a link to that video, that pattern review, in the description box below, and you can go check that out. So for the second garment that I made for the month of September, I made this beautiful dress here that was made by using Simplicity 9329, and this pattern came out in the summer with Simplicity, and it is one of Mimi G's patterns. And I made this dress actually in collaboration with Renata of the Twilight Stitcher, and this dress, like I said, is so pretty, but the design of the back is a little bit out of my comfort zone because it has an open back. I made a cami that was flesh toned to cover the back because I really wanted to go ahead and make this dress, but that really didn't work out for me because number one, it was not the color of my flesh, and number two, I didn't make the cami high enough to cover like my bra area, so it did not serve its purpose. I was going to go ahead and make another one, but I decided not to because I have a tank top that is the same exact color of the royal blue that's within that fabric, and I'll go ahead and show you that. So this is the tank top and this is the dress, so I think it matched up pretty good. So basically what I ended up doing is I just used this tank top and I put it underneath my dress to hide my bare back, and it worked out perfectly fine. So I am not gonna make that flesh tone cami because I just felt like I was doing too much when I already had something that could work as a solution. Although I am not a fan of the bare back, I don't regret making it because it is a really nice dress and with great length options, and it fits really, really well. The features of this dress that I like are the huge pleated sleeves, and like I mentioned earlier, I really like the length options of this dress, so I didn't have to figure out, do I need to make it longer, do I need to make it shorter, you know, because it was already set between the two length options at good lengths. I like the pocket details for this dress, and I like how this dress also has an elasticated casing to give the ruching effect with the sleeve area. The other thing that I like about this pattern is that the instructions were very, very good, especially in that area where the elastic is for the sleeve area, unlike the McCall's. The other bonus about this pattern is that there is a sew along video that was made by Mimi G herself, and she shows you how to make this dress step by step. So if you are more of a visual person, or you simply just want to break from reading the instructions, you have that option with this pattern. But after wearing this dress a couple of times, I still love it, and I have no complaints because I was able to fix the issue of the bare back with this tank that I have. And I will say that I do feel more comfortable though wearing it after making the decision to just use this tank, but it's not because of the construction of the dress, is just my comfort level with that open back. I did have to make an alteration to this dress after I had finished it and showed it and did the pattern review, because I had worn it a second time and the zipper broke on me, so I had to take the zipper out. After all that work, I had to take that invisible zipper out. My mother came to visit me, and I talked about how disgusted I was about that happening, and I really didn't want to replace it, you know, because I just didn't feel like dealing with it, but I didn't want it to sit in a pile of to be continued projects. So when my mother left, she tiptoed out and had my dress with her, and then she called me up the next day and told me to come and get my dress because she replaced my zipper. So yay me, I didn't have to do it. She did inform me that she inserted a lapped zipper because she does not like to install invisible zippers like I do. It did not matter to me because it looks great, and I was just appreciative of her that I didn't have to do it. It's not sitting in a to be continued pile, and I can wear it again. And so that was good for me. And I purchased the fabric for this dress at Afrique clothing store on Etsy, and I will show you what the lap zipper now looks like. So then I made this top using Simplicity 8878, and I made View D, and this was the first top that I made to add to my wardrobe after I donated pretty much everything that I had to the Goodwill. I am actually doing an ongoing series of making tops that really, like, I don't have an end date to it because I am not sure how long it's going to take me to make the amount of shirts and tops that I need, which I'm thinking about 15 minimum because I need them for like everyday wear and work wear. But again, this was the first top. So I picked this pattern because I love the boxy style, the boxy top style, and because it's forgiving. I also like the boat neckline that's within this pattern, and I like the drop shoulder detail, and it's also an easy to sew type of pattern. All the tops that are going to be in this series will be like easy to sew so that I can get them sewn in a quicker fashion. So the detail that I love about how I sewed this top is the top stitching. I normally never use a contrasting thread, but I loved the way the top stitching looked on the pattern cover, so I decided to do that with my top. So the color that I used was more of a like eggshell. It's not like bright white, but it's more of an eggshell, and I think that really turned out great. I used for my fabric a lightweight denim that came from Joann Fabrics, and it has a really nice drape, and it irons beautifully. And so yeah, I just love it. It's very comfortable, and I have worn this a lot since I have made this. I have worn this to church, I've worn it to the store, I've worn it to work, I've worn it walking around my neighborhood. So I've definitely gotten a feel for this, and I absolutely love it. Like I said, it's very comfortable, easy to wear, and great for all occasions. I didn't have to make any adjustments to this, and this would be a great addition to your wardrobe if you like this style of shirt. So for my next makes for the month of September, I made 2 dresses for a charity campaign that was hosted by Madi of Madi Sews on Instagram and YouTube, and the charity was Dress a Girl Around the World, and Madi used the hashtag Project Dress a Girl for the campaign. This charity provides dresses to impoverished girls, and the charity workers educate the girls on subjects such as human trafficking to help eliminate them from being victims. Now, the dresses do have to meet certain qualifications, which is why most are sewn specifically for the cause. And like I said, I made 2 dresses, and I used McCall's 5797 to support, and I made the largest size to make sure that older and heavier girls had just as much of an opportunity to receive a dress as the younger ones. So the style of the dress is considered a pillowcase dress, and it is sleeveless, but if the girls live in a colder climate, they can wear a shirt underneath to keep warm. And the one thing that I added to this pattern was the length to the straps that I had to close the dress off, so that the dresses could be more adjustable for size, and it could fit, like I said, more bigger and heavier girls with no issues. So for this next make, I did make this in September, but I actually didn't post this on social media until October 3rd because I just didn't get a chance to get it photographed and recorded in time. But I made this sequin bomber jacket for myself. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've been wanting to make one for a while. I made this using Simplicity 8418, and this was my very first time making a bomber jacket. I had this fabric in my stash for another purpose, but I decided that I wanted to make my jacket out of sequin. I had 2 different sequin fabrics that I could have used, but I couldn't make a decision. So I put a voting poll up on Instagram about which sequin I wanted to use, and this rainbow sequin won. Now I have my sequin bomber jacket. Yay me. So what I like most about this jacket is the raglan sleeves and how you can use contrasting fabric for them. I am a whiter girl, but because I decided to color block this jacket, I only had to use 1 yard of sequin fabric to cover the front and the back. And for me, that's not very common. So, you know, that really allows for a person my size or bigger to make something fancy and kind of keep the cost down if you don't want to put sequin or some type of fancy or fabric all over, because these types of fabrics are very expensive. I think I paid $20 a yard for this. But for me, I just thought that the sequin on the sleeves would be too much, because I wanted to be fancy and casual at the same time. I didn't want it to be glitz and glam all over. So I have worn this several times, and it's getting colder, so I will be wearing this a whole lot more in the coming days, but it wears very well. I didn't have to make any alterations to this jacket, but I do wish that I would have put interior pockets in the inside. I do have regular pockets on the side seams, but I like the long interior pockets on the inside of my jackets because I like to tuck my keys and things like that in there, and I didn't think about doing that this time around, so I will do it the next time that I make a jacket. And in my review, I mentioned about how the directions of the pattern pieces were not clear on if you should add interfacing to the waistband, and I had decided not to do it. But after wearing it for some time, I do recommend adding the interfacing, and I will do that next time as well. This fabric that I use, the sequin fabric, I purchased this from a store in the Los Angeles Fabric and Fashion District downtown, and that was like two or 3 years ago, something like that. And for the sleeves, this is just some faux leather that I've had in my stash for a while, and I absolutely love it. So next up are two hoodies. I made two zip hoodies for my toddlers. I made these jackets by using the Zip It jacket pattern by Ellie & Mac, which is actually on sale right now, or should I say on clearance for $3, because they're going to be discontinuing it. So if you have grandchildren, children, nieces or nephews, and you sew, this is a super duper easy pattern to sew up, and I would suggest you go grab it up while you can. But this was my first time making a hoodie. It was my first time using my serger for an entire project without using my standard sewing machine, and this was my first time using a separating zipper. So there was a lot of firsts to this, but it was super easy. I didn't run into any bumps along the way. The instructions were awesome, and they also have a sew along video on their YouTube channel to help you along the way with making this. So that is a bonus. I wanted my boys to have a new jacket for the fall, and I thought this puppy dog fabric with pumpkins on it was so cute, absolutely adorable, and I just wanted them to have that. So the thing with this pattern that is so cute to me are the little pockets. They probably won't use them ever because, you know, they're little. What do they need to carry around in their pockets? But I just thought it was so cute. However, if your children are young like my toddlers, or whoever you're sewing this for are young like my toddlers, and you make this jacket, you can speed the process of making this jacket by eliminating those pockets, because like I said, they're not really necessary, and I doubt that they'd use them. But look how cute these little pockets are. So anyway, the boys wear their jackets almost every day, and it wears very well, and they absolutely love them, especially the youngest one. He goes reaching for it all the time. So there you have it. That was everything that I made in the month of September, minus a couple of masks. Oh, I did make 2 additional tops for my top series, but I'm not going to show those tops until I get every last view in that pattern made, and I am almost complete with that. The reason for that is because it's the same pattern, so I don't want to just keep showing the top from the same pattern. I'd rather just do the pattern review and show all the tops from that pattern at the same time. But yeah, that is it for what I made for the month of September. If you enjoyed this video, please take a pause for the cause and click the like button. Please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about my makes and if you can see yourself making any of these. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support. You are most definitely appreciated. If you have not subscribed already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and click the gray notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!